Parliament, because there's a collective anger in the House, that the main reaction right now is using the legislative process to get back at the president. And the risks involved in that, because they said they will drop any piece of legislation coming from the president. I spoke to one person, and anonymously, he said, quoting this issue about the impeachment of the governor for Kericho, and he told me, and he's a senator, that if at all the president supports the impeachment of this governor, we will drop it. And if at all he supports, he wants the governor to remain, then we will impeach him. That is the kind of reaction members of parliament have right now. How risky is it to use the legislative process to get back at the president?
You know, Fred, even the Bible says when you are not happy, you should not talk much, because you're likely to say things which will not. And I think that's what my colleague here is saying. When you look at what my friend David Ocheng said, he said many things. I think he thought he was telling Kenyans the right thing, but he was saying the wrong things. Because he's the one who confirmed to Kenyans that their side, the Kenya Kwanza side, have actually been working for the president and not for the country.
Yeah.
You know, as the minority side, we have always stood very firm when it comes to the laws we are passing. The only unfortunate bit is our voice is hardly heard because we are the minority. And our democracy demands that the majority have their way, the majority will only be listened to. So the reason why I was getting a bit excited is because now the majority side has crossed to our side in terms of ensuring that there is objectivity, the way we discuss our bills. But as you realize, that particular day, we had two things we were passing. And the same style, nobody wanted to listen to the debate. It was just Weka Swali. One of them was regulations on the new e-procurement, which people were saying, kill, just maliza. So by the time even the mover was finishing, before the seconder is called, people were saying Weka Swali. And you know the question cannot be before the speaker listens up and proposes the question.
Yeah.
So that mood that day, I'm telling you, that day even they came. That's why you see they to defer the discussion on privatization of the Kenya pipeline, Kamban, because the mood was so bad that it was just kill everything which was coming to the floor of the House. And that's what I was saying, really as we move to the future from what you are saying now, it would be important that despite this anger which we seem to have, it is important that we also sober up and agree we need to do legislation for posterity. So that whatever it is for the good of the public, what we call public good, every member of parliament should be able to support it. Whatever it is a selfish move, and we have seen a lot of selfish moves in parliament, then we should stand against and say, this is not good for the country, it is not good for the future generations, can we stop it? So I see a situation where with the time, people will come back to their senses and realize that there are things we might think that we are actually punishing the president, but we are punishing Kenyans. And on the basis of that agree, then we need to separate where we want to hit the president hard and where we should leave the Kenyans to go on with their lives by giving them the right legislation. But all said and done, a lot of us still believe that there is need for the president to apologize to the House. Why? Because this balkanization of the House, that every member is corrupt, while he claims to have some law intelligence, is unfortunate, as my colleague is saying. He should have come, and I said the other time, he would have done what Uhuru Kenyatta did. Uhuru Kenyatta came with a specific list of his cabinet and said, so and so you're stepping aside, so and you're stepping aside. And I did mention the other time that the good thing with the president, because he actually captured parliament a long time ago, immediately was elected. He knows very well he's the one who has appointed all the chairs of the committees. So if he knows a few chairs are corrupt, he would have come and said, I would propose chair number 1 should go because our intelligence is corrupt till investigations are done, because there's due diligence, which should be done. And on the basis of that, either the vice chair can assume the chairing of the committee, or we can the committee members get another chair. On that case, then you will be seen to be more serious with the war against corruption. And that's how you see the charge is now up in arms that let people be named, which is good. But how many times have we said name people? So many times. To me, I always believe that this war against corruption, Fred, we might need a new strategy to fight it. I don't think we are getting it right in terms of strategy.
There are those who argue that and I've said it before, that it's not a war against corruption, and even the pronouncements by